Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? My name is Coach DP, and I was coming on because I just wanted to talk about stress and give you just some practical information as far as what stress is, how it affects the body and our emotions, as well as some practical steps and tools to manage stress. So we can go ahead and get right into it. Um, the first thing is, what is stress? So stress is a normal human reaction that happens to everybody. It's how our body responds to changes and stress. The chemical reaction that our body produces is called stress. Not all stress is a negative thing. Stress does has positive responses. So how our body responds in fight or flight is called stress, and that could be a good thing. So, for example, if you are being chased by a ferocious dog and you have the strength and the stamina and the ability to run away to safety, that's a good thing. Stress in that regard would be a positive thing. However, if you are dealing with chronic stress that's affecting your mood, your attitude, you don't have any energy. When you wake up in the morning, you just dread whatever task or whatever it is you have to do, then that would be a bad thing. That would be a negative impact that stress would have on your body. Stress has several physical manifestations and ways that it shows up in your body. And I'm talking about chronic stress. So when you are stressed, you can deal with aches and pains. You could have chest pains or feeling like your heart is racing. You can be exhausted or have trouble sleeping. You can also experience high blood pressure, muscle tension, stomach or digestive problems, problems having sex, or weakened immune system. You get sick often. The funny thing about this is people will attribute this to being old. They'll say, ever since I turned 30, or I don't know what happened since that last birthday, I just can't seem to get myself together because they don't recognize these things as stress, especially if they feel like they have been more stressed in previous times and it didn't have a negative impact on them. Not understanding that the body responds to stress differently and different factors affect stress. So it's possible that you're not old. It's just possible that you're stressed and you're not dealing with it in an effective manner. Emotional and mental manifestations of stress can be anxiety or irritability. If you have a short fuse, everything just has you popping off and you're snappy. You don't have the tolerance for things. You find yourself getting upset very quickly. Dealing with depression, overly sad, lack of motivation, panic attacks, or again sadness. These would be how it affects us emotionally and mentally. There are different ways that we can do to manage stress as well as to get relief from stress. So, certain things that help us get relief from stress is exercise. I know everybody says that, but exercise really has a positive benefit on the body, and it does help us manage stress. Another thing that we can do to help relieve symptoms of stress is at the end of your day, focus on what you were able to do. I am a person who likes to create to-do lists. I like to check things off, that little dopamine hit. I'll be like, yes, yes, yes. The problem with that is sometimes I can feel like that I have not done what I set out to do, and that can make me feel sometimes disappointed in myself or like I did not have a good day. But focusing on what I was able to do can help me relieve stress, because oftentimes things come up in our day depending on the industry that you work in. Everything may not be within your control, so you may not do everything that you set out to do. It doesn't mean that you were productive. You just want to be able to change your mindset at the end of the day. Instead of focusing on what you didn't do, focus on what you were able to do, as well as setting goals for your day, your week, or your month. This can help us relieve stress because it narrows our focus. It gives us something to focus on and work toward, so we don't have that overwhelming feeling of I have to get everything done, because we are working toward the certain goal or task that we set for ourselves, whether it's that day, that week, or that month. Now, there are ways to prevent stress. So, things that you could do on a daily basis or to make it more a part of a consistent part of your routine. These will include relaxation. So, this relaxation techniques. So, this could be meditation, deep breathing, um, Again, exercise. These things we can do on a regular basis to help us prevent stress. Taking good care of your body. Good care of your body means that you are getting adequate amounts of sleep, you're getting adequate amounts of exercise, and that you're eating healthy foods. Sleep is one of those things that people may not have good qualities of sleep, but we live in such a hustle culture now. People will say sleep is the cousin of death. I'll sleep when I'm dead. If you ain't getting enough sleep, you're going to die sooner than you think, because the body was designed for sleep. A lot of things happen when we sleep. A lot of processes in our body have to take place once we are rested, and resting during the proper time for our body to do what it was naturally created to do. So sleep is important. It is essential. It is something that should be prioritized, and sleep can help you effectively manage stress. Another thing I'm learning to do is practicing positive thinking or gratitude. So just taking time to reflect on what you are grateful for, what has went well, having that mindset. And again, gratitude is a practice that takes time. It's not something that you're just going to set out on a Saturday like, oh, okay, I'm going to be grateful and that's going to be it. No, it's something, it is a disciplined practice over time, but it really has a lot of benefits in helping to manage stress. Learning to say no. No is a complete sentence. It does not need a justification. Can you do it? No. Are you available? No. And that will save you a lot of time and stress. I am a person who has implemented in my own life, because I'm social. I like to be social. I like to show up for people. I like to support people. I like to be present. I like to do all of the things, especially for the people who are important to me. I also like to show up when I know I kind of need to. With that being stated, I have implemented a 2-week, for me, 2 weeks that you have to let me know. So what that looks like, if you ask me today, hey, are you available next Wednesday to do X, Y, and Z? No, I'm not. I don't even have to check my calendar. I know I'm not, because you did not come to me within enough time for me to know whether I'm available. It does not matter what I have going on. I may not have nothing on my agenda, but this is just something I have set for myself. So I'm not overwhelming myself. I'm a grown person. I have things due. I have a calendar. I have assignments. I have obligations. And I don't like to add things at the end, because I don't like how that makes me feel. That produces a feeling of stress and anxiety in me. And I just don't like that. So to avoid that, when people ask me, hey, are you available? No, I'm not. And that's it. I don't offer no explanation, because no is a complete sentence and I don't have to say anything else. So again, it's just no. Also, staying connected with people that make you feel happy, that have positive emotional energy. That is also a good way of relieving stress. Social circles can come from a variety of places. It does not have to be your family. It also does not have to be your friends. It definitely does not have to be your coworkers. I'm not saying it can't be these things, but it doesn't have to be these things. It will be individualized for who is in your life and what does your social circle look like. It's important to remember that there are foods that help us to manage or to lower blood pressure naturally. Because oftentimes when we are stressed and it's chronic, it can affect us having high blood pressure. For those of you who may not know, high blood pressure is known as the silent killer. It's a lot of people are affected by it, but they do not know. They don't check their blood pressure. And unregulated blood pressure can lead to a whole host of health issues. So foods that naturally lower your blood pressure would be beans, tomatoes, mushrooms, avocados, and kiwi. A lot of people don't like kiwi. It's a furry fruit and everybody is not into it, but kiwi has amazing benefits. It's packed with a lot of fiber, a lot of nutrients. So kiwi is a good fruit to have, and it has been shown to help naturally lower blood pressure. God has given us examples in his word of what we should do. He says in Philippians 4:6-7, Philippians 4:6-7. I don't want to misquote that. To be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known before God. God does not want us to stress or to be anxious for anything. So if there is something going on, there's another scripture that says, cast your cares upon the Lord because he cares for you. We are not God does not intend for us to carry everything and to manage everything on our own. That is what he is there for, so that we can discuss these things to him. We can cast these things upon him. And he's also given us people in the earth as far as our social support and other tools that can help us effectively manage our stress. I hope this information has been beneficial to you. I have enjoyed speaking with you all. And until next time, have a good evening, and I will see you later. Thank you.